Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I'm taking a little bit of a different turn today. You know, on the channel, we talk about farming guides. We talk about characters and teams you can farm early, mid-game, late game, just teams that lead to other teams. We spend most of our time talking about these great teams we can farm: CLS, Phoenix, Imperial Troopers, Bounty Hunters, whatever. Teams that will lead us to other awesome teams in the game, without really talking about some of these awesome teams that are in the game that maybe don't lead anywhere, maybe are just awesome into and of themselves. And these are awesome teams and characters that you probably don't have on your roster. We're going to start right off here at the top with Dr. Aphra. And yeah, I've got the whole farm here listed out. This isn't the official team, but I just put the other four characters. You only need these four characters, by the way, to farm Dr. Aphra. And all these characters are now in double drops. So I clicked the wrong button there, but since all these characters are now double drops, for you mid-gamers looking to add like an awesome character with an awesome team, you know, Aphra with Triple O and BT1 and Darth Vader and another B2 battle droid. Hey man, she does awesome stuff. She is a just a great character. And yeah, she's the end goal of the farm. It doesn't really, none of the characters in the farm lead anywhere else. Hondo's also a great character to put on a scoundrel team. Sana Staros, yeah, you know, anyway, we thought she would be awesome, I think. Dr. Aphra, she's just a great character in the game. She does really cool things like siphoning potency, and then in Grand Arena, dealing bonus damage equal to 50% of her potency. I mean, she can do awesome things, and it's kind of like she's the only other character, I think, in the game that siphons, other than Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. She pulls up her own little extra droid. She's doing great things for her team. Hacked Commando droid, there it is. I've played with her when I was doing my Return of Nooch account. I love Dr. Aphra, and she is a great character, and you're not going to go wrong. Somewhere in the mid-game, heck, a lot of you guys have done it as the first thing you've done. Dr. Aphra and farming her up and getting a nice team around her is a really great thing to have early in the game. Let's talk about Iden Versio. You know, with Iden Versio, it's not just about having an Imperial Trooper team around her. You can have a Relic Iden Versio and then a Gear 11, Gear 12 Imperial Trooper team around her, and she's adding a bunch of crit chance, offense, and speed to them. But she's also, where is it here? Let's see. While in Grand Arenas at the start of the battle, if no other allies have the leader tag, Imperial Trooper allies gain 35% max health and protection. And whenever an enemy attacks them, they recover 20% health and protection and gain 10% turn meter. I mean, she's just giving them a ton of health and protection. And let me see here. There's something else here that I'm thinking of. Yada, yada, yada. Well, I mean, they can't die. They die twice here. She leads a great Imperial Trooper team. And she gives everybody on her team, all the Imperial Troopers, you don't even have to invest a ton in the rest of the team to make an Iden Versio team work really well on defense, except for Wampa, and or on offense, either way you want to do it. But not to mention that, Iden Versio has a really great ship in TIE Defender. This is a ship that just carries on your Chimera or Executrix fleets, mid, late game, whatever. When it comes in as a reinforcement, the TIE Defender is doing amazing stuff. So the higher gear, higher relic you have Iden Versio, the better your TIE Defender is going to be, and the better you're going to be able to counter ships like Executor or Chimera with that, Executor or Leviathan with that Chimera in the middle late game. So, hey, Iden Versio, great character that you don't have on your roster. You probably or may not have. Next one, Ahsoka Fulcrum. We are seeing her do tons and tons and tons a day, and this is kind of, it doesn't really look like Rosario. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. A little tiny head. Anyway, I don't know. Little tiny head. So, hey, Ahsoka Fulcrum, we know that in TW, if you put the Omicron on, she is a standalone warrior. She's like the Wampa of TW. You got Wampa in Grand Arena. You got Ahsoka Fulcrum in TW. Just doing amazing stuff. Killing full teams of other people. Androids and Wookiees and alien, whatever you want to do. Rhodians. She'll take them all out. She's great in territory wars. But we're finding that putting her, you know, if you get her on those UFU teams right now, you get her on you can put her on the Starkiller team as a great UFU. She can do a lot of damage with her, you know, double, triple attacks here that she does here. And that's where she consumes all buff, meditates. And it's just going in with this basic, she just is doing a lot of damage. You can't land any debuffs on her. Ahsoka Fulcrum is just turning into a really great, I mean, she has been for a long time a good character to have. The TW Omicron made her great in TW. But there are teams coming out with UFOs and other types of teams. We're really focusing on unaligned force users a lot in game right now. And Ahsoka Fulcrum is turning into a character that can really benefit a lot of teams as we move forward in the game. Next up, Garx Saxon and Imperial Super Commando. Hey, these guys, you put them together and you got Butta on a Mandalorian team and an Empire team. They're just going to do great things. They got the buff about a year ago, and then they had to back off the buff just a little bit. The Imperial Super Commando got the buff. These two together on a Mandalorian team can really help that Mando team carry. If you got a Maul out there, you put these two on the team, and it turns them into bigger killers. And I've even done, I don't have this Gear 12 Imperial Super Commando. I need to do it. Even at Gear 12, Garx Saxon Imperial Super Commando has become a great addition to your Mandalorian team, mainly Mandalorians, but even on the right Empire team, these two can be really dangerous and do a lot of great stuff. So take a look at them. It's not that difficult of a farm to get them on your roster, to get them to Gear 12. Hey, Relic levels is even better, but even at Gear 12, they're just a great combo and two really good characters to have on your team. We look next at Marin. By the way, these are a lot of characters that I don't have as well. I know I'm in here in my end game account that I don't really touch all that often right now, but on my rosters, these are characters that I'm working on building up, and I'm sort of getting used to what they do and seeing everything that happens with them. So for me, these are characters that I'm going to start thinking about on my roster as well. Just if I'm not really giving in-depth character analyses, when we're doing a high-level review of these characters that you could have, and Marin is one of them, along with the Night Sisters as well. A team that could take you through Assault Battles Tier 3 for Secrets and Shadows finally. But Marin, you put her out there in Grand Arena and Territory Wars on the team. You could see, like, I faced a 3v3 team with the Daka lead and Marin. And boy, I don't remember the teams I used, but I was having trouble getting through that thing. It really gave me a lot of heartache out there. So Marin, again, is double farmable now. You might not think of her this way, but she is now farm. Oh, no. I lied. I lied. I guess I think her that way because I actually just finished farming her on my free-to-play account, and I'm going to be making that Night Sister team. So she's not quite double farmable yet. It's coming up pretty darn soon. She will be double shard farmable here in the game. But Marin is a great character that elevates the Night Sister team to a whole nother level that they didn't exist at before. So consider Marin as a great character in the game that you don't have and maybe should look at getting. Especially if you're looking at doing those Night Sisters for the Secrets and Shadows Assault Battle, Marin is the way to go for that. Hey guys, you know I love Memphis Nest. She leads nowhere, but I just love throwing her out there on a solo or putting her with a Farm Boy Luke lead or a Kira lead. I just love having her out on the field. I remember one time against the Savage lead team, I put out Bush Leia, who and with this ability right here that ignores defense, right? If this target any protection, this attack deals 50% more damage and ignores armor. And, you know, she one-shotted Savage Opress on this battle. It was really something to see and enjoy. And I just love throwing her out there. I think she's a lot of fun. You got to pick your spots. You got to find the right place to put her. But if you get her early on, you get her early mid game, you're gonna be getting a lot of high banner wins in Grand Arena. You can put her back there on defense. I just really love Memphis Nest. It's Relic is a big investment for a character, but I've always had a lot of fun with her. Just a great character that you may or probably don't have on your roster that would really do a lot of good on there. Vandor Chewie. I know a lot of you guys have bought the Starkiller bundle, or a lot of you guys have Starkiller or have Profundity, so you have Dash Rendar. And Vandor Chewie goes on that Dash Rendar team like nobody's business. Whenever, let's see here, that is, yeah, so, wait, is that it? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Dash Rendar, who everybody starts the battle with prepared, and when they lose prepared, they gain prepared. And when a character has prepared and Chewie is on the field, they revive at 60% health if he's prepared. Well, he's always prepared under Dash Rendar, so you end up having to target Chewie first, but then L3 is out there and she's taunting, and it causes a lot of problems for your opponent or for the AI to deal with your Dash Rendar team with Vandor Chewie. Not a lot of, I think it's pretty rare that I do a roster review for a mid-game roster earlier that has Vandor Chewie in there, but I do see a lot of Dash Rendar and Starkiller, teams like that. Consider Vandor Chewie for your Dash Rendar team because he really elevates it and makes it something extra special as far as with everybody's got prepared all the time, then everybody's reviving all the time with Vandor Chewie on the field. I know this is maybe a little bit obvious, but Zoe Bliss Guys, if you have farmed Ray recently, you bought the Lightspeed bundle packs for Ray, you've got to get Zoe Bliss on your roster. She elevates the Finn lead team in a way that nobody ever really. We just kind of threw that team on the dustbin for years, and now that Zoe Bliss is out there, all of a sudden, that Finn lead team with Zoe Bliss in there, with Rose with her Omicron, all of a sudden these are useful mechanics to have in the game. If you have farmed Ray and you've got these resistance characters on your team, you've got to get Zoe Bliss farmed and up and at him. And by the way, as far as the Ray event goes for tier 1, it's a little difficult. You got to find the right combo. Like a 3-star Zoe Bliss with her Zeta just carries through that first tier of it. So consider that Zoe Bliss is a great character. And when you get her Grand Arena Omicrons on her, do we not have that here? Oh, look at that. No Grand Arena Omicron on this roster. But when you get that Grand Arena Omicron on her, it just makes that Finn team really, really good in Grand Arena. Next up on the list is another kind of Ray lifter, Cal Kestis. He is only single node farmable right now, or 1 shard farmable right now. But he's on a Cantina node. So can I pull that? Yeah. He's on a Cantina node, so it doesn't take that long. I've actually, and he is actually the giveaway in the calendar for this month, so I've got him farmed to where I need to farm him on my free-to-play account because I've got Ray, or no, I'm sorry, on my Lightspeed account. I can't keep my account straight. On my Lightspeed bundle account, I've got Cal Kestis farmed where I need to get him. I'm going to get the rest of him with the calendar, and he's going to eventually supplement my Ray team out there in Grand Arena and going to do great things out there with all the bonus protection he adds to all of your unaligned force user characters. He just makes Ray that much harder to deal with. You throw Cal Kestis and Ben Solo on a Ray team, and there's a lot of things going on there that make Ray really hard to deal with. And then eventually, if you go get Seer Junda, he's going to go on that full unaligned force user team with Seer Junda as well. Cal Kestis is just a fun character. And if you're like in mid-game and you've got Ray, mid-game or earlier, and you've got Ray and you farm Cal Kestis and get him on that team with Ray, a lot of people are really going to struggle with your Ray team quite a bit because it just makes him much, much, much more survivable in the game. And finally, let's take a look at our boy here, Plo Koon. I look at rosters every day, and really the focus here is on his ship. I see rosters every day with low gear Plo Koon. Level 1 Plo Koon I see all the time. And I see all the time that his ship reinforcement ability is not maxed out. If you've got a Galactic Republic fleet and you haven't maxed out this reinforcement ability for Plo Koon here, then you're just missing out. It is probably still today the best reinforcement ability in the game. And somebody tell me if I'm wrong. There are probably other great reinforcements out there, maybe some new ones that I'm missing or some I'm not thinking of, but dispel all debuffs from all allies. Don't even have to be Galactic Republic. You can use this on other fleets as well. If you don't have that Galactic Republic fleet, put it out there for your Separatists, put it out there for your Finalizer, whatever, I don't care. And they recover 40% health and 40% protection. You get rid of all the debuffs and they recover 40% health and protection. It's an amazing reinforcement ability, and if you want Plo Koon to be out there, not only that, he's beefing up your tanks and making them taunt longer. They taunt for 2 turns and gain protection up. He's feeding turn. That's not it. Is it this one? He's feeding turn meter. All allies gain 40% turn meter, and all Galactic Republic allies gain health up and protection recharge. I mean, it's crazy. His ship is a crazy support ship in the game, and if you're gonna get the ship, you know, let's make it stay alive as long as possible and get Plo Koon geared up. Don't leave him at gear 3, 4, level 1, whatever. Get some work done on Plo Koon. He's a great character. His ship is a great ship, a great reinforcement ship that you may not have in your roster maxed out. And there you go. There's 10 characters that are great characters in the game that may not necessarily be required for other farms or anything else. In fact, I don't think any of these guys are required for any other farms in the game. They're all standalone on their own farm. They're really great characters. They do a lot of good in the game, and they may deserve a spot on your roster. Take a look at them. See what you can do. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon. And, of course, hey, let me know about some more characters that I'm missing. I certainly looked through and did the best I could, but I am not the end-all, be-all of everything. Whatever my wife says. Nooch too good.
you.